Hello, my name is Patrick Alicante, and for the spring 2023 semester for my internship, I worked in the communication lab as a consultant. A little more about me is my name is Patrick Alicante, and my major is communications with a PR concentration. Some fun facts about me is that I won a hip hop dance competition, as you can see here, me holding a trophy in the bottom right. My favorite sport is basketball, as you can see here in the top right, me playing it in a basketball league I used to run. And before attending FGCU, I attended the University of Central Florida and was a board member in the Filipino Student Association there. Now, a little more about my internship and some of my duties. I was employed by the FGCU Com Lab as an unpaid intern, and this was located in Reed Hall, room 151, and we were open weekly, Monday through Fridays, from the hours of 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. This internship opportunity was offered to me through Dr. Hambrick's class and my performance in that class. Some more duties I will detail in this video are that in the Com Lab, we help students prepare outlines, practice speeches, alleviate speech anxiety, and we also scheduled in-person and online appointments, while also providing recording services for students and audiences for anyone who needed them. Now, some career goals I look forward to after this internship and after school are hopefully working in the news or digital media, like with places here, such as Complex News or NPR, which we have a station here, WGCU on campus. Working at this internship has prepared me for these goals by becoming a more eloquent speaker, being able to develop logical arguments, and checking facts and using credible sources. Some learning outcomes that I acquired from having this internship and which I grew in would be communication. I was able to provide effective and professional communication to resolve problems or issues and also maintain healthy relationship amongst my coworkers. An example of me learning this would be suggesting a shared ComLab Spotify account amongst the consultants so that we could easily play music from one computer in the lab, or setting up the new TV that we got this semester for the lab, and even suggesting a USB-C to HDMI adapter, as many students have come in the lab and not have an HDMI port readily available. So this made the process of presenting speeches or presentations quicker and easier. Another lesson that I learned here would include equity and inclusion. One thing I learned from this is being able to read body language and understand different cultural backgrounds. An example of this is I was able to provide a more tailored approach during a certain consultation with an exchange student who was from China. And with me being Chinese and understanding the cultural background that she came from, I was able to alleviate the tension that I saw in her and the nervousness, and just talk to her casually so that she could be more comfortable during our session and so that she could perform the speech to the best of her ability. Moving on to the supervisor and mentor experience that I had at the communication lab, the first person here I'll be talking about is Amanda Park, who is the communication lab associate director. Professor Park helped me a lot to understand what to achieve while being a consultant in the Com Lab. What I mean by this is being able to understand a client's issues as quickly as possible and solving that problem as quickly as possible, while also understanding that person's backgrounds and where they are coming from. Another big person in the Com Lab who helped me with supervisor and mentor experience would be our lead senior consultant this semester, Jada Begord. Jada was a huge help to me in the Com Lab and a great friend that I made during my time here. And she honestly is one of the nicest and greatest people I ever met, and she guided me on so many things in the lab, and I can't thank her enough for her guidance and leadership. A contribution that I was able to make during my internship is providing the lab with a public speaking workshop and the material to use it in the future. To expand on this idea is basically the Com Lab was asked to create public speaking to help improve your presentation skills and present that to a class who struggled a bit with those skills in order to present in front of people. And as you can see pictured here is the PowerPoint that I helped create along with a few other consultants. We also presented this PowerPoint in front of a class that needed this material, and we received a lot of positive feedback from it. Moving on to the professionalism in the Com Lab, and things that challenged me in there would be in leadership, punctuality, and communication. Some things that I did to help challenge myself in these aspects would be creating a general opening and closing guidelines for the lab, and being a member of the speech competition committee. Also, to expand on the leadership aspect of professionalism, I believe my added experience of already working one semester before this internship in the Com Lab helped me guide my other semesters whose first time in the Com Lab, it was their first time working in the Com Lab. So my added experience was able to help me there and help guide them through the things they needed to do in order to be a successful consultant. Now, to connect this to coursework I learned during my time here, the internship of the Com Lab was offered to me through my effective speaking courses, which I was able to translate to the A I got in the class through using the skills I learned from speaking speeches and writing outlines using the techniques during the consultations I administered here. And lastly, the impact that the Com Lab will leave me are the great and amazing people that I have made along the way. Here are some pictures of me and my friends that I was able to create during my time in the Com Lab. And I hope moving forward, I will be able to have lasting memories with these people and look forward to a future with them in the near future. This has been my presentation for my Com Lab internship of spring 2023.